삼각관계 남편 미친다고요?
애기 그 죽여준다는
Good evening and welcome to the Singapore International Film Festival's In Conversation series, a platform that we hope will bring film lovers like yourself a little closer to the creators and invite some curiosity and a deeper understanding of the industry and artistry behind the silver screen. Everyone, I'm so happy to see you here. We've got a wonderful house. My name is Janice Koh. I'm an actor and also I'm on the board of SGIFF, as we affectionately call it. And tonight I'm delighted to be your host and co-moderator for this evening. We are so excited and honored to have as our In Conversation guest one of South Korea's most influential and respected actresses, who is also known as the godmother of Chungmoo-ro, or Korean cinema. Having portrayed many provocative female characters who do not play by society's rules, she is known for being bold, raw, and fearless in taking uncomfortable or challenging subjects on screen. Her debut role in the 1971 film Woman of Fire by director Kim Ki-young, which was screened earlier today at SGIF, catapulted her into a 5 decades-long career, playing iconic, memorable roles that often fall outside the mainstream. Since then, she has appeared in over 30 films, including The Housemaid, A Good Lawyer's Wife, The Taste of Money, Boomerang Family, The Bacchus Lady, and so many more, oftentimes collaborating with directors multiple times, directors such as Kim Ki-young, Im Sang-soo, and Hang Sang-soo. In 2020, I'm sure you all know, she became the first Korean actress to win an Oscar, a SAG Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role, and a BAFTA for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. It was for her turn as the quirky and spicy grandmother in Lee Isaac Chung's Minari. Wow, that was a mouthful. I had so much to say. This year, SGIF is so proud to present the Screen Icon Award to Youn Yuh-jung. When I met Yuh-jung Sonemin outside, I'm such a fan of her work, and the reel really shows the whole breadth of what she has accomplished in the last 50 years. I immediately had the instinct to bow when I met her, and you will feel that way when she comes in later. But before that, joining us tonight as our moderator is an acclaimed actress and someone whom I'm very proud to call my friend and colleague. Please join me in welcoming SGIF's 2025 Festival Ambassador, the talented Rebecca Lim. Pregnant woman walking. Take your time. Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
And now, will you please join me in extending a very warm Singapore Kallang Roar welcome to SGIF screen icon, the brilliant Youn Yuh-jung.
Yuh-jung Sen-min, welcome.
Oh, it is a long way to come down.
It is, right? Please have a
Old
seat.
lady. Should I sit? Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. 감사합니다. And from the reel that we saw earlier, we can really see how long you've been doing this. And the range of controversial and very interesting characters that you've played so far. And because you are our screen icon of the Singapore International Film Festival, we played Woman of Fire this afternoon. And how do you feel revisiting your very first film?
That one I saw. I was planning to see this time, but I couldn't because I arrived last night and this old lady is very tired. But I saw that one about maybe 10 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, because they remastered that film. So I felt like I was so young and innocent.
How much has changed since
Yes,
then,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
And that role in that film was actually, or is actually still very controversial. Mm-hmm. What gave you the courage, to take on that film at such a young age? You were only 21 then?
I think so. It was. I was born in 1947, so that film I think was filming in 1970
Yes.
and released in 71.
In your early 20s.
And back in my time, in Korean standard, if you want to be actress, you got to be most beautiful person. You have to be beautiful, pretty. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So I'm not that pretty. I'm not pretty by Korean standard. I'm not beautiful.
That is, you were told that or you thought that?
I thought and I realized that. Compare with others. So most of them at the time, there's some, the melodrama we call, and the poor girl fell in love with a rich boy, and then the family against her, and blah, blah, things like that. And same old story, but this script was very different.
Yes.
This by Kim Ki-young. So, well, looking at myself, okay, I will do it because I don't have any gifted beauty or whatever, so I'll do it. So I didn't, when you are young, you don't know what you're doing.
You just make the decision and you stick with it.
Yes.
And I'm sure most of us here are very familiar with her films and achievements in recent years, but not many of us might know that the start of your career, as you have shared a little bit earlier, was not very smooth sailing. You started being an actress in 1966, and you were doing mostly Korean dramas. And your first film in 1971,
70.
Woman of Fire, it won you the Best Actress
Yes.
at the Blue Dragon Awards,
Yes.
and also the Best New Actress at the Grand Bell Awards
Yeah.
for that first film, which is very impressive.
So at the time, I thought I feel like I have whole wide world in my hand. I felt like I'm a real good actor. So I thought, oh yes, I am good actor. I was wrong. I found it out, and later on I was wrong. It doesn't mean anything.
Because
Just
what?
lucky.
No, I'm sure there's a combination of luck and a lot of factors in this industry. But even after winning the Best Actress and the Best New Actress for your first film, which is really, really an impressive feat, like what you mentioned, there were some industry insiders, or you also shared before, that some directors said that they don't believe that you can continue being an actress because of your voice, or the way you sounded.
How did you find out all about
I did my research about you.
Yeah.
And also, some people said that you don't have any personality, So these things were being said about you when you were in your early 20s, at the start of your career. How did you feel about all these negative stuff that were being said about you then as a young actor?
Well, when you hear about yourself, judging by somebody else, it's not pleasant feeling, of course.
Of course.
But, well, I thought about he was blaming my voice because with your voice, you are not going to make it. So, okay, we'll see if I can make it or not. So, but yes, he saw me blooming, and he said, "You are the first one I made the wrong critics or wrong judgment." He always right. That's what he said. But he passed away. I'm still alive.
So you proved him wrong.
Yes.
Did that process make you stronger?
Maybe so. I'm not sure. You don't know. You don't think about everything, every detail. I'm not philosopher, but maybe, that made me stronger.
Song Sin-im, I have a question about your working with Kim Ki-young, that first director, and I know that you've worked with him more than once. Could you tell us a little bit about your relationship with him? And he's passed away now, I know, and how you came to collaborate with him later on in your career. How did that influence you?
He influenced a lot, but when I first met him, I didn't appreciate him at all. I thought he was very weirdo, and I didn't like him at all. My contract was I supposed to meet him like every day or 5 days a week, every hour, 1 hour or 2 hours, I don't remember. It was 55 years ago, so I cannot remember the detail. So I was wondering, well, what this guy's going to try to do with me, meet him. And so I said, what am I supposed to do with you meeting every day? And he said, I could go movie with him, or I could visit his house, or he could visit my house. Of course, my mother doesn't like him at all at the time. And I was thinking, maybe he's sort of flirting or something. I felt very embarrassed. The first day of shooting, he asked me to come around him, and then he said, Miss Youn, when I met you during the meeting, I told you about something, and then you had a very weird smile and very strange smile. I want that smile. That's what he was watching me. He was observing me. So I felt very embarrassed, wondering about what he's going to do with me or something like that. I was very embarrassed.
And that was for the first. And that was for the first film.
That is.
So, by the end of that, how did that change? That motivated you to work with him again?
Well, right after that movie got successful in Korea, and then I suppose there's another director gave me big money, and then so I just, of course, everybody really likes money. So I had some film with him, and then somehow he was very different than Kim Ki-young. It's not, couldn't describe it when I was young, but well, directors shouldn't be like this, and he's, because I'm really master of that director, so I met real huge one, and compare with the Kim Ki-young and this guy, it's something very strange. So I felt not satisfied, and he always, every actor at the time, the very famous actor and actress was in that movie, they kept calling him, and then after had a meeting with them, and he changed the scene. The direction got made different way. So, well, he doesn't. Well, he's not himself. So Kim Ki-young never did that. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he knows how to direct me, and he asked me to do this and that details. But this guy is not like that. So I was very disappointed. But after that, I was involved with the television more, not doing the movie. That disappointment, stop making movie. So that was bad and good, I think. But I met a really master. So maybe it was very influenced to me until now. But maybe I couldn't make a movie because without him.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm curious now to know how you choose your projects. Maybe at that time, how did you have done a lot of non-mainstream roles in films that are non-mainstream. What made you say yes, and also how do you like working with a director on your projects?
And I think I learned a lesson from him because during the shooting, he kept talking to me. We had a small talk. And I think at the time, after I become famous, the famous is a very dangerous thing. But anyway, then television series, it used to be, I was main role. And then somebody asked me, the newcomer came, and then newcomer is the main role, and I'll be the supporting role. So I talked to him, the director, and they asked me like this, I'm not going to do this. And then he said, he always called me Miss Youn. Miss Youn, the main role is not important, or don't do it, because you have a big responsibility if you are doing the main role. If you failed, and then it's all your responsibility. So it's very dangerous, but safe way is just being a supporting actress. That's a very safe way, and then you get the money too. So
wait. Who told you this?
Kim Ki-young, director Kim Ki-young. So I thought about him because I got the award from the supporting actress. So I thought about him. Yes.
Yes, I noticed that in your acceptance speech for the award that you credited him.
But I didn't do very nice to him because he's always very nasty, and then the way he talks is very. So I felt so sorry because after he passed away, I regret. That's why I probably remembered him when I got the award.
Yeah, but you gave him a very nice thank you, and I realized that every opportunity you get, you thank director Kim Ki-young as well. And speaking of your Oscar speech, we need to talk about Minari. And I'm sure it's a film that anyone who watched it loved. I watched it on the plane on the way to my honeymoon, and it was a heartwarming film, touching, but not too sappy. It didn't make you cry and feel very lousy after, which is what I really like. And I heard that you took on the role without even finishing the script.
Because it was written on English, in English. So
that's the real reason. You're like, okay, now.
I couldn't read it because maybe page 40, and I stopped reading. It's because it's my second language. I didn't grow up like your environment because we have my own Korean, own language, and from middle school till high school, we learned some second language like English or German or whatever we choose. And then maybe if conversationally okay means maybe I had the experience living in the state 9 years, but I could study, I could go on to college, but now I'm regretting. I'm full of regret, everything. Anyway.
It's okay, you have your sons to help you now.
Yes, now.
And I mean, as well-loved as this film is, when you started filming Minari, I'm sure there were also challenges that you faced while filming. Can you share more about that process?
Maybe I always have some challenge because Lee Jae-chung was teaching at the university in Korea. I think English class. The film class, but with the English speaking because he's Korean American. So I met him, and then through his friend, she sent me the script, and so I read it, and then I stopped it because page 40 gives me so much headache. So I called her, and is it based on his real life story? And she said it is. So I said, okay, I'll do it. You cannot be genuine more than his real life story. You don't need any writer. So it must be genuine. So I said yes.
So the authenticity of the story touched you.
Yes.
And also I hear that you were filming in July, and that's like the hottest time of the year.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma. And the aircon broke down, you know.
Yeah, right.
So many things happen on set. And what I found very interesting that you shared recently was that there was also language barrier with the crew.
Yes. And when I decided, because the producer, the production company was Plan B, so I asked them, what is the Plan B? It's Brad Pitt owned that company, so I said, oh, it must be, you know, they will pay me really good. So, with big name. We all like being named. We shouldn't, but we do it.
Human nature.
Human, yeah, human. So, okay, I'll do it. And then they gave me the number, but I'm not very good at number at all. I was misinterpreted by Korean money and American dollar. So it was all zero. It's all different. So then finally we were say yes, and then I need to go. And then the producer asked me to come with a economy class from Seoul to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm an elderly person, so I said, no, at least I should ride a business class.
Yeah, because you need to rest and sleep.
Yeah. And she said, Stephen Youn was at the time famous in what was the series that
Beef.
No, not before Beef.
No, Beef.
That,
Walking
Walking
Dead. Thank you.
So the producer said, well, Stephen Youn even fly with the economy class. So, okay, and then she speaks, American, so you try not to argue about the English. My lack of English, I cannot fight over with him, so I just, okay, to myself, I bought my airplane ticket business class. And it's better that way.
With your own money.
Yes, with my money. And then, I spent a lot of money for that film. So anyway, maybe because Isaac Chung was Korean American, my son is Korean American. So maybe I felt just close, and then I tried to help them as a Korean American. They are not Korean, they are not American. It's kind of, to me, international orphan. So I think I felt like I need help him. So that was very stupid decision anyway.
I don't think it was a stupid decision at all, because despite the language barrier, you proved to every single one on set what a great actor you are. And then you proved to the rest of the world what brilliant you bring, to anything that you perform in. And Minari won you your first Oscar. And I must add that you were the first Korean actor to receive an Oscar, a SAG, a BAFTA, and now also the first to receive our Singapore International Film Festival Screen Icon Award. So now really the whole world is seeing how wonderful and how great you are. And on top of that, she was also named a beauty brand ambassador at the age of 70. Okay, guys, that is like a feat in the media industry. Still have some more. And very recently, she was named top 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine.
That's a long time ago.
No, very recent. If I'm you 10 years ago, I'll still say yes. So I'm curious, has the international recognition changed the way people treat you, professionally or even personally, like your family or your friends?
You see, when you become a famous, just people lift you up, with no reasons, and then they tear you down, no reasons to, out of kindness, out of malice. So that I experienced enough. So I'm myself, because before the Oscar is, I know it's huge thing, but actually I'm talking about my behind the story. That's the true story. That you only see the result, but before the result, I suffered so many. I sacrificed my time and my money, and I even with the translation, the Minari translation was very bad, poor translation, because they don't have enough money. So I asked my friend, who is professional translator in movie industry in Korea, I bought a ticket for her and paid for her. So I sacrificed that much. I was but I don't know why I did that, because because I want to make it nice one, properly, because the translation is very important. But I know Korean, fluent Korean speaker, so the Korean language is so. And my major is Korean literature, so it's bothering me that the translation was. So that still, that's why I think we become good friends. The Isaac, even I met him July. If he comes Korea, he always visits me. If I go to state, then I always visit him. And he became a huge director, I think, like a commercial director. He's now working for the Ocean 11 now, so that means he's doing the major film. So I'm so proud of him, and I just devote myself something for him. So I'm very happy as a Korean.
I think the world knows so much more of your work because of the global recognition that came with Minari. But could you share with us a bit more of your journey as an actor before that, and how that grew in relation to the growth of the Korean film and television industry?
I think my starting point is actually everything is like my life is by accident, because I didn't plan to be actress. In Korean society back in my time, you're supposed to graduate this level of high school, you're supposed to go to certain college. It's, if you don't go that college, big name college, it's kind of shame for your family or something. That's the trend at the time.
I think we understand that here in Singapore.
We do. You see, we are all same. I failed my entrance exam, the high level of university. So I felt so sorry. My mother was a single working woman. My father passed away when I was 10. I am from refugee from North Korea. So we lost everything during the war. So my mother, after my father passed away, she's very smart. So she was the first nurse for the elementary school. After the war, they needed some nurse for the school. So she applied that exam, and then she got it. That's why she fed us, 3 sisters. So as a eldest one, I felt so sorry for my mother to have some tuition for not nice college. So I should do some part-time work. So I went to station. One of my neighbor asked me to, at the time they opened this television station, would you like to go tour? So I was in high school last year or something. So I was touring. It was very interesting back in 1966. So I was touring, and then they said they needed some audience. There's some famous MC just handing to some kind of prize for the audience, and could you come here and then just hand that present for Mr. So and so. So I said, okay, I'll do it, and then I did it, and they gave me some big check. I said, wow, that's interesting, and so I go there often, and then they asked me, why don't you apply some talent what? It's like, why they call me talent? In only, not at the time, we don't call TV actress, we call TV talent. I don't know where they got that idea.
I think we call it talent here in Singapore as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. We are not the only one. I was always wondering.
They
why-
assume we have talent.
So they asked me to just do the audition, I think, or something. So I said, no, I cannot. Just to read this line in front of a camera. So, no, I can't do that. And then just to do it. Then I will just make you actress or what, talent. So, oh, no, I can't. And anyway, I read the line, and then I got accepted as a talent. So they gave me this kind of salary. So I kept going. So that's why I became a talent, TV talent.
In a way, there was no formal training that you went through, and a lot of it was learning and growing on the job.
Yes, on the job. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, that's
practic-
wonderful. I think that's probably that resonates a lot with a lot of the talents here as well, in quite young industries where we may not have a very extensive access to training and schools. Certainly, some of it in Singapore, but not much. Only recently. How is that in Korea? Is it a lot more established now?
Nowadays, it's a whole different world.
It's a whole
in
system,
Korea.
isn't
The
it?
whole system. My time, because no, we don't have any system at all. And then we do have some college. There's some major film school, and they started having the film school. But I didn't major anything. So it was always, I felt guilty about my job because all of them from like you, theatrical background, it is training, but I didn't have any training. So it was kind of, still, it's very shamed about myself. So.
Wow, I mean, I would think that because you clearly had the natural chemistry with the camera, and you were so able to be who you are, that I never felt, watching you on screen, it just felt like you fit, that you belonged.
Nowadays, I cannot change my job. I've started, this is my first job as an actress. I was maybe 19 or 20 at the time, first freshman year. Then since then, all I could do is just acting.
Yeah.
So I cannot make money, I cannot, have some investment things or nothing. All I can do is just acting. So
I understand that. I think we both do.
so just I'm very
So,
stupid
Senim,
sometimes.
I'm very curious to know your views about the Korean film and television industry and how it has grown to what it is today. You have worked in it long enough to give us share with us a perspective of that growth, a growth which I think here in Singapore we are very envious of, because we are also, many filmmakers here are also passionately making art, making films, and seeing that evolution in Korea. Could you share with us your thoughts on that? How did that come to be?
I only know my time, but now, I don't know when they start to change it, because I was in that business with them, and because we realized, I think my story is just real story. So, we usually have two stations, one public station and one private station. I mean, television studio. Later on, we start having three stations, and then they start having we have some kind of grade. It's like a step by step. We just paying this much and that much. Then after three channels compete each other, there's some young girl who used to work, just a small part, and then I overheard she get paid more than I did and things like that. Maybe I realized it's changing. That's the changing part. It was 1990, I think SBS started 1990 or something. I forgot about that, what year they started. Maybe 30 or 40 years ago they started like this. And then later on, I've heard, and then there's some fan meeting for the Singapore and Thailand and everybody, not me, I mean the younger generation. so I don't know what's going on. I thought maybe the only singer has some fan and go overseas as a singer. But so I asked them what they do in overseas because they cannot sing, they sing too. So then one time I joined with them. 2 p.m. was one of Octagon. Yes, he was my son in some drama. And he had some fan meeting for the Japanese. He's very famous in Japan. So they asked me to come along with him. And the manager, she kept saying, I don't know how to treat you because you are the oldest person who came to visit, have a fan meeting like Octagon and everybody. So I experienced a lot of things, and then when I couldn't sing, I don't sing at all. So what should I do for the audience? It's a big theater, 2,000 people gathering. It is huge fan meeting, and I should play some part with him about during the drama, some kind of sketchy from the drama. So I did, and so they get paid and they treat me well. So that was new experience. So I had some little bit of taste of that changing. The younger generation. My time, we just step by step, if I get paid this much for this time, and if I get paid a little bit more for next time, things like that. But nowadays, it's all changed. But I don't have any experience with that kind of things. It's huge. They're talking about huge, system, huge, but they have some kind of factory to me because I'm old school, so I don't agree with them, 100% agree with them.
I mean, but no matter how much the Korean entertainment industry has changed, I think what I feel is your talent and your ability to stay so authentically yourself through the changing times has kept you here, and you've achieved even more at this stage of your career than when you were much younger. So that in itself is something amazing and a true testament to what a great actor you are.
I'm just lucky.
And
Just
very
lucky.
humble.
I'm lucky, and then it's like a survival game for me. Survive. Because
How so? Yeah.
always. And I felt like I don't have a talent, I don't have any theatrical background, or I don't have any film school experience. So every role I get, I studied my line. I feel like as an actor, the line is very important. It's from the character. So I studied the line, memorized it thoroughly, and tried to pause this part or that part. I practiced so many ways that because I realized I don't have gifted talent. That's why I need to practice.
Put in the hard work.
Yes, put in the hard work. So nobody think I'm putting that much hard work. They think I'm just doing naturally or something. No, I work so hard.
Yes, because all the films, all the roles that you play, you make it look very effortless. So I think that's why people think that, she has the natural talent, she doesn't really have to work hard, but they don't see all the hard work that goes behind it. So can you also share more about your process? Usually when you get a role, what's the first thing that you do?
First thing, of course, try to line my dialogue. And first I read it, and then trying to think about back in my time, nowadays we have a stylist and hair and makeup, but we didn't have anybody. I did it all by myself.
All by yourself? Wow.
Yes, I did my makeup by myself. Hair, I went to beauty parlor before the shooting, before the set. So I got early. And then we packed all the luggage, all the costume we carried. Then nowadays, it's just all of them helpers. We can have a helper. But those days, then I'm thinking about costume always. What should I wear this scene? That was when I first got the script, and I tried to figure it out, my costume, because I'm the costume. There's nobody.
So at the start of your acting career, there was no such thing as a wardrobe department.
They do, but it's terrible. It is very poor. So very poor, so I cannot depend on them.
You want what's best for the character, for yourself.
So I put my money for my costume, and then trying to memorize it. And then if I memorize it thoroughly, I try to, if there's some scene for the ironing scene, and while you doing the iron, and then I did it, I practiced it at my home, just trying to iron and then trying to memorize that line. And somebody think I'm stupid because what she's doing, she's talking some
To herself.
and
Yeah.
then doing this and that and spreading the chopstick and here and there and things like that. So it wasn't painful because I know I need to put that much effort because I'm not gifted talent. So that I work so hard. And people just usually teased me, you have a good brain, why you always try to memorize the line? But I found that if I memorize it thoroughly, I'm sure you realize that as an actor, as a theatrical actor, if you can pause any time, it's different, But if you memorize it just okay, then there's always, you have to pause this much, that much, and this. But if you memorize it thoroughly, you can pause any time you want, and you can make it, make it flow. Yes, thank you.
I didn't get a chance to introduce our translator. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. Chella. Please give a hand to Chella. I'm sorry I didn't introduce her earlier for helping Miss Youn Yuh-jung. Just picking up from, you were comparing a little bit about working in the old days, comparing to now. What has been the biggest difference for you working in Hollywood sets and on projects like The Wedding Banquet, Pachinko, and even the new season of Beef? How has that been different for you?
All the directors are same, like American or Korean, but all depends on director. But I mean, after 65, I promised myself, I'll be luxury. I will have a luxury life because that means I'm not talking about clothes or jewelry. During that time, I worked so hard for my two boys. Became a single mother, so I had to, because they are in the state boarding school, so we had to pay a lot. So I worked so hard. And then after they graduate everything, and then I promised myself, okay, I'll be free. I'm going to work on whatever I want to. If I like the director, I will do it. Or if the writer is good writing, then I will do it. I can make my own choice. Then since then, because I don't have to keep working for the television or keep working for the Korean movie. So I was very free. Then there's some Hollywood project came, and if I already have some appointment with the Korean industry, I couldn't able to go. But I could able to fly, and I could able to help Isaac, and that happened, I think, after my decision. I'm just free as a bird because I don't chase my name or fame, or I don't have to be the main role. It's not important for me. If I like it,
Supporting is good enough.
yeah, yes, good enough.
Is that now how you work in terms of choosing your projects? And you are based in Seoul,
Yes.
and you are very selective about what you want to do.
That's why I said I'm being luxury.
Thank you so much. I know that we would like to give some time to the audience. Rebecca, do you have any last question for Song Tae-min before we open it up to the audience?
Well, I actually have so many more, but I'm curious now. You know, what do you think is the definition of true luxury? Not for an actor, but for a person.
I think this is what I decided. The true luxury is just do what I like to do. I can choose my time, or I can choose the director, or I can choose the scenario. So that's my luxury.
So maybe just don't care about anyone and do things at your own timing, on your own terms. And also another question that I wanted to ask also was, you were talking about your two boys, you know, and how you worked so hard for them. And as a new mother, I'm wondering, how has motherhood changed you as a person and as an actor mainly?
I think many. You have to be the mother because you got to know the love means it's not. American always say I love you, but in Korean way, love means sacrifice, devote. So when you have a kid, it's a different story, right? It's man and woman that's love. It's another love, but real love is involved with a sacrifice. I sacrificed my life for them, but don't expect them to be sacrificed for me.
I think
That's a really good warning.
Yeah, I know.
I have two boys also.
Yeah, I have one boy.
I feel that every day, where I don't feel that they're going to sacrifice for me. I also have a last question, very selfishly. What advice would you give to a young Asian actor today, people who have dreams about wanting to reach the kind of acclaim and accomplishment that you have and to find the kind of projects that you have? What advice might you have for a young Asian actor here in a place like Singapore?
Usually I don't, there's just so many nice thing about what you're supposed to do, you're not supposed not to do, but we don't listen. We don't listen. Remember when you were young? I remember when I was young, we don't listen elderly person. They're very old-fashioned. They don't know my age. So I don't want to waste my time. I'm not going to give advice. They are well enough know themselves what they're supposed to do. So that's so I usually in Korean they usually say, is there any message for the younger generation? So I usually say, I'm not the Pope. I don't have any message.
On that note, on that very wise note, thank you so much. Okay, we will now open the floor to audience for Q&A. Now, we have a challenge, yeah? The challenge is we only have 2 mics, and one will be in Song Tae-min's hand. The other one will be given to Iz, who will, so if you have a question, you can raise your hand and maybe pop over to the side where we only have 1 mic. I would like to encourage all of you with questions to please keep it short, keep it to a question so that more people in the audience can also participate. Thank you so much.
Hi, Miss Yoon. Sorry, it's me again. You have seen me this morning. This is a small little gift.
Oh, it's a gift.
Oh, gift. Okay, I like it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. We actually enjoy your conversation, especially you are very wise and very candid and witty. So are you going to do another variety special with Na PD again so that we can hear your voice and learn more from you
She
actually?
questioned me before about my reality show, but actually, last time when I did with him was a couple years ago during the pandemic, because we supposed to go to Mexico, but we couldn't able to go to Mexico, so we did a Youn stay instead of just going overseas. We do some local things, and it is a very, very hard job. Preparation is very hard, and then my foot got very swollen and everything. So I finally said to him, "You are going to. People will accusing you as you elderly abuse. Elderly. So don't you make another one." That was my last notice for him.
Okay, good evening, ladies. But first, congrats to Rebecca on your second pregnancy. Yeah, okay, I forgot to congratulate you on when we have the conversation with Tony Leong and Su Qi. I noticed for Grandma, you're acting because my family sat together to watch a 2006 TV drama called Youn Yuh-jung, Hearts of 19.
What was it? What was that title?
Okay, Youn Yuh-jung, a 2006 TV drama.
19 순정. I wasn't grandma at the time.
No,
I was
no, no,
mother.
Oh. Okay.
Be careful.
And because I studied in Oklahoma,
Or did you?
Tulsa, so when I saw your role in Minari, and then I empathized that. Okay, so my question to you is that which movie role that you have did that you want the world to remember forever?
I think first movie. Woman of Fire. That's my first one. Why? I don't know. The first means maybe it's nothing or everything. First is very, you always remember first love, and that was my first movie, and maybe I was very, what should I say, naive at that time, and then I don't know what is acting, but trying to, like a sponge, trying to listen to him, how to express this 명자, what he wanted me to be, and then, so that was my, 뭐라 그러지? 최고의 노력이었던 것 같아.
That was my best effort.
Then of course I know the best offer. Then I forgot. She knows me well, so good.
Hi, Youn Yuh-jung, Hong Sen-im. I recently watched your film, The Wedding Banquet, and I'm really moved by your performance. I just want to let you know that. My question is, do you feel that the Korean film industry and TV industry in general has become more welcoming of roles for senior actors?
The last one? No, I don't think so. Because the role got very limited, because we usually have a family drama like we call 가족 영화. Not anymore, because of the money. The producer trying to just have some kind of main role and supporting role. That's it. They don't have a father, or they don't have a grandmother. Of course, they don't have a grandmother. So it's very family. It's very limited. Yeah, limited. So because of the 제작비, production cost. Production cost. They just cut down, make it very small family. So it's not many role for us. But now my days, my age, I understand everything because the capitalism.
Hello, Miss Youn. Actually, the first film I watched from you was Today, and I was very actually I was very pleasantly shocked by it because other than Japan, I can't think of anywhere else in Asia that was making movies like that. It was like in the Italian giallo style. So I was wondering when this movie came out, how was the box office like? Because can't really find out much about it. And like, did you get any were there any legal issues because of the film? Like, did it get banned or anything?
Banned?
Because if it came out in Singapore in 1971, I think it would get banned. Yeah.
Oh no, this is director's fault. It's not my fault. So no, I didn't have any problem. But it was surprisingly because himself is not considered as just a commercial director, but it made a hit, best movie in that time. So he made a lot of money because that's why he likes me very much.
So it was a commercial hit.
Also.
Hi, Miss Youn. Thank you for coming to Singapore. My first time seeing you on the big screen was Minari, like in a very quiet cinema hall during COVID. I have a very quick and simple question. What are your 4 favorite movies, and what is a Korean movie you want everyone to watch here? Thank you.
What are your 4 favorite movies?
4 of them. Not my. Oh no, not many. The Korean movie or include any. To me, the Godfather first is my best movie. And another one. Do I have to name 4 of them? No, not 2, 3. I'm just only one. One.
Why Godfather?
I don't know. It has everything to me. I was young at the time, of course, but I read the novel first, and then I remember that scene that Michael trying to get some gun from the toilet, and while I was reading the book, I tried to do it myself, and then I watched the movie, and then, wow. My heart was just pounding, but he did perfectly to me. I mean, Al Pacino. I saw him first time in that movie. So, to me, that was very memorable movie. And also, Il Postino. Did you ever see that movie? Did you? Il Postino. That's a very small movie, I think.
I think the other part of the question was, is there a Korean movie that you want everyone to watch?
Oh. I'm sure you watched all of it before I recommend that. Because nowadays the world got very smaller, so which I'm grateful. So I'm sure you watched all the Bong Joon-ho's movie, Park Chan-wook's movie, and there's
Which one is your favorite?
I cannot say that.
We won't tell anyone.
I have to live in Korea.
Ms. Youn, thank you so much for being here, and thank you all as well for doing this. So I'm in Vietnam. I'm a film critic and a translator as well. Earlier, when you mentioned that you studied or you had experience with Korean literature, so I'm just interested, will we see a book from you in the future, or maybe even a screenplay?
See, all those time, I don't know, from 30 years ago or 40 years ago, all the publisher trying to have some kind of, what you call biography or whatever. I
memoir?
promised myself I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not professional. My major is literature or some science or what, maybe I could write about it. And then they are interested in my life. I don't like to share my private life. So, but I told one guy, he's a movie critic, movie reporter, and he was depression. He had some fighting with the depression. So I told him, don't die. If you please, you are the one who could write about my lifetime story. So after I passed away, you can write about me, but not before I'm still alive. No. So, no. You maybe later, if I passed away, he probably remember, because I just tried to make him alive. So he tried to suicide himself and everything. So I said, please, you are the one who's going to write about me. So don't go to hospital. So that I need to keep the promise, but not while I'm in here. I'm not going to.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And you have fans in Vietnam, so please understand. Please understand that we love you.
Oh yes, that I
Thank
understood.
Hi, Miss Rong. Like earlier on, you actually mentioned that you won a lot of awards for your first movie, and then you realized that. So basically, like earlier on, you mentioned you won a lot of awards for your first movie, and then you mentioned that at that time you feel it meant a lot of things to you. But then later on, you realize like the awards doesn't mean you like very good at acting and such and things. I just wanted to ask, like, what happened to make you change the idea that make you realize that awards does not actually mean a lot?
Okay, I think we always have a turning point in lifetime. After divorce, I married with a very famous singer in Korea. So my marriage is just all in the public eyes. So it was big scandal. It's not scandal. I was just devastated, but they don't care about. They were just like a gossip for them. And so I was thinking about going back to state for my children, and I would just live there just privately without any, the gossiping and everything. So, but one of my writer who wrote very nice television drama, she said, she was the one who gave me the strength. She said, you are very different with other actors. No, you don't escape. You didn't do anything wrong. You should stay here, and then you could be arise like before. The fame didn't give you. It's from your power, so you could make it up without her help or something. So I started acting like just after 9 years after period, and then nobody remembered me in Korea. The first interview said I was big. We had a very big hit historical drama, The Evil Queen. I was playing Evil Queen at the time, and the new reporter came to me having an interview about my re-debut. What do you call it? Re-debut, and he said, "What kind of role did you play back in that day?" So the title was 장희빈. 장희빈에서 뭐 하셨어요? What did you play in 장희빈? I was the role of 장희빈. So he said he couldn't believe. So that time got changed, and then I started doing small things, small part and small job. And I realized my acting, that the award was just nothing. I realized that I'm not a good actor. I couldn't do what I'm supposed to do. I couldn't help. What should I do? Should I do this way or that way? I can hear my voice. And I'm not supposed to make this sound, but the sound is not correcting. I could just make same sound like this. So I realized at the time, I think, after the divorce.
Thank you. That's a very nice answer. Thank you.
Because you gave me private conversation.
Okay. Hello, 안녕하세요, and congratulations, Rebecca, for your second love. Okay. Just like to ask 2 questions for Miss Youn. So basically, out of all the characters, Youn Song-sing Lim, out of all the characters you have done, what is the most memorable one besides Woman on Fire? And the second question is, besides you've been into Hollywood and you've been into Korean industry, would you actually consider maybe other industries like Hong Kong, Taiwan, or maybe even Singapore?
Well, if we have a chance, then we can, collaborate together. That's what I'm trying to say in my award, I think. We can share the culture and values, and then we can experience, even more experience together through films. Would be nice. And what was the first question about the? My television drama. I don't know how to translate that. 사랑이 뭐길래?
What is love?
What is love? Yes, that was a television drama. That was very most rate was like 70 or something like that. All Korean watch almost. Then I was the mother of somebody, because the reason I remember was my line was killing me. She kept talking and talking. So I have to memorize it. That I remember. That's memorable drama.
Hi, I'm a fan from China.
When we are going to finish this, you need to go home.
Am I the last one? Yeah. Okay, so I'm so lucky. Actually, I'm a fan from China, and I only watch your TV drama. I never watched the movie before. So the one I watched is called, the English name is My Dear Friend. I don't know how I pronounce it in Korean, yeah, but I loved it so much. So my question is, because some actors, they only do film, some only do TV drama, but you do both, right? So compare these two, which kind of project you prefer, like the TV or film?
When I was concentrating on TV, at the time, TV pays more than movie. But now, because I'm old, and then I just cannot memorize that much line, and then, the shooting time is very short and long and short time, and so I prefer now, people get changed every day. That's why I think we're human. So nowadays I prefer movie. So I tell all the truth. This is almost confession.
Thank you so much, Ms. Youn Yuh-jung. Thank you so much for speaking with so much honesty and from your heart. Please join me one more time in giving a round of applause to Ms. Youn Yuh-jung.
If I speak fluent English, I could be very, pretend to be like a nice person, but with my lack of English, all I could do is just honest.
That's what we like.